Hey friends, this is CMA Deepika Bugra Prasad, Insolvency Professional. Continuing with my snippet series, Insolvency Insights, to share important judicial pronouncements. Under the code IBC 2016, I bring you today the case of SNG Synthetics Limited versus Acron Formulations India Private Limited, which was decided on 16th of April 2026 by the NCLT bench, Hyderabad. So the facts of the case include the case filed by an operational creditor, an application under Section 9 of the IBC seeking initiation of CIRP against the corporate debtor for alleged non-payment of dues arising from supply of goods. The operational creditor contended that despite repeated follow-ups, invoices, and issuance of statutory demand notice under Section 8 of the Code, the outstanding operational debt remained unpaid. On the other hand, the CD disputed the amount claimed by the operational creditor and pointed out several discrepancies in the ledger accounts, adjustment entries, and calculation of interest. The corporate debtor further contended that the actual liability was sustainably lower than the amount claimed and required proper reconciliation of accounts and verification of financial records. It was also argued that the debt claimed by the operational creditor had not attained finality. The key issue before the tribunal was whether a petition under Section 9 of the IBC can be admitted when there are substantial disputes regarding the quantum of operational debt, reconciliation of accounts, and determination of the actual outstanding liability between the parties. So it was decided. So let us come to the findings and the conclusion. While deciding the matter, the NCLT observed that the insolvency framework under the IBC is intended to facilitate resolution of genuine insolvency and not to operate as a mechanism for recovery of disputed amounts. The tribunal noted that the dispute between the parties was not merely a bald denial of liability, but involved serious issues concerning reconciliation of accounts, adjustment of payments, and computation of interest. Further, the tribunal held that such disputed questions required detailed examination of evidence and financial records, which cannot be adjudicated within the limited and summary jurisdiction of proceedings under Section 9 of the IPC. Since the exact liability remained itself disputed and uncrystallized, the petition was held to be not maintainable and was accordingly dismissed. So, friends, I hope that you find this interesting as well as useful. So, for further insights into such judicial pronouncements under the Code IBC 2016, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, thank you, friends, for being with me here today. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next snippet. Thank you.